guys, I was gonna make this video a part two, but now I'm on my way to work. I don't know if you can tell. Um, and I was listening to Corey Wayne's book. I said I was gonna reread it, so I listened to the audiobook, and something came up when he was pretty much saying what way to ask a girl out, and pretty much you want to call the girl, say, hey, Jessica, for the example that he used. Hey, Jessica, this is Bob, and she wants you want to listen for a response, and when she says who, like, or if she remembers you, that pretty much shows her level of attraction, and pretty much you don't want to go out with somebody that doesn't even know who you are, because that's like a waste of time, and that kind of reminded me of, like, you guys know Snapchat girl, and how before even she rejected me when I was saying I'm not really interested in her anymore, because our conversation go nowhere, right? And yeah, that pretty much hit me. I was like, I made the right decision, because imagine me and her went on a date, and it ended up just like the date at the fair. No conversation at all. How that would just be how it is, because she shows a low level of attraction by us having no conversation. And another thing I realized is Corey Wayne says, you got to act like, even if you're not true, you got to act like you can get any girl you want. And what I thought of is, I pretty much have to show her, right? Not like directly to her, but I have to show her that I can get any girl I want. You're not my only choice. If I go by myself, which I most likely am, then I'm gonna have a good ass time. I'm gonna turn up and everything. You're not revolving around me. Just because you rejected me, even though I didn't ask you, doesn't mean that I'm gonna be all depressed and have a bad time and stuff. I already delete your number. I delete her Snapchat. Even she doesn't know that, but I delete you off Snapchat, delete your number. You're out of my life. I can find someone better than you. I can find someone that actually, I have a connection with, that has a high level of attraction for me, and stuff like that. But yeah, pretty much a little something I wanted to add. Nothing too crazy. Just something I thought about listening to the book. Just gotta think about that. But see you guys tomorrow. If I don't have anything else to say after work. Peace. Alright guys, so if you just saw my first part, well, my second part technically, the first part of this like extra video, I recorded that when I was on my way to work, just a little thought I had, and something funny happened. Evan knows about it. Evan heard about it first. He gets privileges because he's on the Telegram app. He added me on there, so I tell him about everything. But I didn't tell him the details of what I'm about to tell you guys, because I didn't have time. I was on break when I texted him. So there's this new girl, right? That is at work, but today's my last day. So yeah. Anyway, this new girl, and she was talking to me, right? We're having a conversation. She's very talkative, she in a good way. She holds conversations and stuff like that. She's nice. So she asked me what school I go to, and I was saying, I go to this school, and she was like, oh really? Like, I go to this school, and I was like, oh really? And she was like, yeah, but I feel like I'm the only one that goes there. There's one kid that used to work here that way he quit. And I was like, yeah, and like we were just talking about that, and then she asked what grade I was in. I told her I'm a senior. I asked her if she's a senior. Then she went to go like to the corner to pack nachos, and after I finished whatever I was, I think I was either frying nacho chips or I was doing an order. But after I was done, I went up to her. I was like, oh, so you going to prom? And she's like, yeah, I am. She's like, with a big smile. And I was like, oh, who are you going with? And she was like, I'm by myself. And I was like, oh, really? And I was like, I might go with myself too. And she was like, really? I was like, yeah. And she was like, she just wants to go by herself because, like, no, she said, if she go by herself, there's not gonna be any like problems of her like going with somebody and having to like, how the problems are if you go with somebody. But she said she'd like to go with somebody, but she had no one to go with, right? So I'm not telling her the same thing. And I was like, hey, want to go to my prom with me? And she smiled and she was like, sure, if you want me to. And I was like, yeah, I want you to. And I was like, give me your number like after work. And she said, okay. So pretty much I have a prom date. And a maybe prom date. I asked her, she said yes, if I want her to. And I said I do. So it's really pretty much a prom date. If everything goes well, she doesn't change her mind at the last second. Which I don't think she will, but pretty much I have a prom date. Have someone to sit next to me in the Camaro that I'm renting. If I do get a Camaro, like how rental companies are, like they have a car that's not even the car that you said you preferred, and then like you have that car there, and then someone else gets there like a minute before you, and then rents that car out, and then you have no car, and then they have to upgrade you to a car. My mom, right? This is why I love my mom, right? This is not the only reason, obviously, but like this is why I love my mom, right? I was telling her, I was like, we had to get there a few minutes early, right? Because like, if you get there late and somebody else rents the car, then I'm not gonna have that car to take. And she was like, if they don't have that car for you to take, which meaning either a Mustang, Camaro, I called Avis, like the company, and I said, I like to put in a preference for a Camaro, meaning since Avis, I'm going to pick up the car. It's like a small store. They send cars out from different locations of Avis. So I guess when they see that I put a preference of a Camaro, they'll go to whatever Avis companies around there and say, oh, I like to get this Camaro transferred over here. But if they don't have a Camaro, they have the Mustang, because I have to get either or. I get either Mustang or the Camaro, but I put a preference Camaro. But if I don't get the Camaro, then I get the Mustang, right? Either one works for me. It's just the Camaro. I never really sat in one. I never really tried one out. I never really tried a Mustang. I never drove one. I sat in there. I started up. The other day, I actually went to the Ford dealership, and the plan was to go to the Chevy dealership to sit in the Camaro. I didn't want to like test drive or anything. I just want to sit in there, like get a feel for it. Cause like I'm thinking of what like cars to get in the future, and like cause you start saving, right? And I was like, let me try the Camaro, right? I went to the Camaro. I went to the Chevy dealership, and the guy wouldn't even let me look at the Camaro. Like, what? Like he was like, asked me about all this financial stuff. I was like, I don't even know if I want the Camaro yet. I want to sit in one to see if I like it. I didn't have to test drive or anything. He was like, come back with your parent and like you can test drive. I'm like, man, it's so difficult. So I left. I went to the Ford dealership because it was like right down the road. And I pulled in, and then like I parked, and there's a bunch of Mustangs like lined up, and I was looking at some. Like the Chevy dealership had the Camaros like parked in the back. I couldn't even see them. But I was looking at them, and then like an old guy came up, and he was like, can I help you? I was like, yeah, I'm just looking at these Mustangs. He told me all the Mustangs he has. Really nice guy. He really like inspired me. He was telling me stories about when he was my age, when he was 17, and he wanted to buy a Pontiac, but all the dealers wouldn't take it seriously. But he actually had the money, so one day he went for his dad to one, and they let him, like, they actually took him seriously, and he bought it. Then went back to show off at the other dealership. He told me all these stories about tell me all these tips about like, start building up credit, like take out a gas card or a credit card, buy something with it, then pay it back, and then like, that's how you build your credit. That way, if I save up my money, and then when it's time to get a car, then I can get the Mustang. And boy, when I sat in the Mustang, I sat in the V8 in the 4-cylinder, and man, he got the key. He was like, if any Mustang you want to see, let me know. Like, take the number, because each car had a number on it. And he's like, just memorize the number. I'm starting again. Memorize the number, and tell me, and I'll get the key for you. I was like, all right, cool. So now I saw a V8 one. I was like, know what, let me try this one. So I told him the number, and then when he got the key, then he unlocked it. He was walking towards it, and then he unlocked it, and I sat in it. And I was like, oh man, this is like, Mustangs are like, I was always a Mustang guy, right? I started like liking Camaros, like the way they looked and the star sound and everything, but like I was always a Mustang guy. I was like, so I was singing, I was like, oh man. Then he gave me the key. He was like, all right, just push button to start. So put your foot on the brake and then press the start button. I was like, he actually gonna let me start it. Man, the second I started it, ooh, the V8, man, the V8 sound, the exhaust. Ooh, I almost came right there, man. But yeah, I started that one, I revved it, and then I revved the 4-cylinder EcoBoost, which is turbocharged one, which is actually faster than the V6. I'm getting way off topic, but that's my story of like Camaros and Mustangs. But yeah, I have a prom date. I got her number, like I was leaving and she was still there. She was flying some stuff before she left, and I was like, you know, let me get your number, because I said I'm gonna get her number like by the time I like leave work, and I was leaving, so I got her number. You know, I ain't text her yet. I'm gonna text her saying, you know, this is Aaron. You know, great talking to you tonight. Like, save my number or something like that. Then yeah, I'm thinking of like asking her, like maybe next week, like asking her on a date, like, you know, if we're gonna prom together, you know, might as well you know, go on a date to get to know each other. And yeah, like I don't know why she wouldn't say no. Like, you know, we're going on a date. If we're going to prom together, might as well go on a date. I ain't really talked about her prom though. Her prom was like 5 days before mine. But the thing is, I could go with her, but like the thing is, I'm be open for you guys. I'm not open with anybody else, but I'm open with this for you guys with this. For prom, I'm going to be wearing the same outfit twice. My phone about to die, it's on 10%, so I gotta finish this up. I'm wearing the same outfit. Right now I spaced the video cut off again, so I deleted the video I uploaded earlier. I was saying, right, it's the same theme for both schools, so I was like, no, might as well wear the same outfit, right? No point in buying two. And yeah, that's why I'm wearing both. So like, that's why I'm wearing the same one to both. So I was like, you know, it wouldn't be right, because I have to wear it to that one, then she see me wearing the same one to that one, and then like I'm wearing one to this. Like that's 3 times. Like that's too many times. But yeah, whatever. Another thing, like another weird thing, right? There's this girl, right? This coworker that I think I talked about before. She hit me like twice in the elbow with a pen, like accidentally, because she was like, I was watching something and she right behind me. She was trying to move it and like she hit me. The second time she hit me, she felt bad. Like she felt bad both times, right? But she felt bad. I was like, it's fine, cause it was a little tap. And then she's like, let me kiss it. And then she kissed me on the elbow, and her lips were really soft. You guys know how I feel about soft lips, so like it turned me on. Like I never felt lips that soft like in a while. And I was like, this, and like I know this girl turns me off because of personality stuff, so I had to keep reminding myself, this girl turned me off, she turned me off. But like she turned me on using that, man. Girl, if I swear, girls, if a girl knows me long enough, like I already told her about my lip fetish, because I give her a ride home one night, and she told me about her fetish, and I told her about my fetish, because she already told me about her fetish. So I was like, Mom, tell her about mine. And I swear, when a girl knows how to like get to you, like she'll do it, and like she'll do it seductively. When she kissed me on the elbow, she's doing it seductively, and I was like, oh man. But she had a boyfriend, so it was weird. But it's one weird thing. Hopefully I have room to run this video out into like one part, then upload it tomorrow. But today is my last day of work at Taco Bell. I got my check. I gotta go back in 2 weeks to get my check for today, and I gotta return my uniform. So yeah, it's kind of sad, you know, to leave, but I'm going to start a new job posting me. Yeah, good news tonight. Good news. And it's funny because if you guys watched the first part, I was talking about the Snapchat girl, and you know, this happened. So it's funny. It's funny. But yeah, Hope you guys don't want journeys. If that's the main, if we last today, don't miss the wagon. And it is, by the time I upload, to be 12 o'clock. But right now it's not 12 o'clock. You better survive. You better survive tonight. If you're having the urge right now, you better survive it. I'm telling you, man. I remember I had a thought one night, like early in the streak, when I saw her one night doing your training, and I was like, she's cute, because she's really cute. And I was like, she's cute, you know. I should go fat to her, like, you know how you think when you just start your streak. And look at me now, I'm going to prom for her, right? And like, guys, don't relapse, I'm telling you. But and words of great harmony, content made days count. Stay positive, we're trying to get in my hard tries. Always trying to get you to the worst, and we're not prepared. So yeah, and I'm going to boxing class tomorrow, start boxing, and yeah, hopefully it goes well. I'm gonna record obviously before I get there. Anyway, so I'm see you guys before that. But yeah, good night, peace.